Em và người già get fit và healthy như nào? For children, they are full of energy and yeah, they are full of energy all day long except when they sleep. So they just run around the house and play with the friends or schoolyard and play with their friends. They might sing songs or do all the activities that children enjoy. These daily activities help them stay fit and healthy. Besides that, they tend to eat healthy food, which is very important for staying healthy. They need to eat more vegetables like broccoli or cabbage. And parents should also avoid giving them too much processed food like hamburgers or fried chicken wings. And by eating properly and staying active throughout the day, children can stay fit. As for older people, they normally exercise regularly. They they also do daily activities like cooking, cleaning the house, taking care of their garden, and these are physical activities that help them stay active. Besides that, they can uh, set time for gentle exercises like dancing, yoga, riding a bicycle. Hmm. What do people normally do to get fit and healthy in your country? Walking is a very common activity for staying fit and healthy. It's really cheap as well. Many people go for a walk in the evening because the weather is nice and it doesn't cost anything. Some people also walk their dogs around the neighborhood. And I would say that walking is an easy and effective way to stay healthy, right? Besides that, eating more vegetables is another reason why many people in my country stay slim and fit. They try to avoid processed foods like fried food or pizza. Yep. Cha mẹ thì giúp và hướng dẫn con cái keep healthy như nào? Parents can guide their children by giving advice and teaching them how to eat healthily. For example, they should encourage their children to eat more vegetables and avoid too much fast food. And they also monitor their children's activities. They should not let children are not allowed to spend too much time on passive activities like playing video games, lying in bed, or just using phones and tablets. Besides that, children can use technology for a short time, and uh, they should also engage in active activities like walking around the house or playing with toys. Yeah. Bạn có nghĩ là it's good food for the government to utilize popular celebrity to help you? Tận dụng những cái người nổi tiếng để giúp xây dựng ý thức sức khỏe cộng đồng nữa. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Because nowadays celebrities and influencers have a big impact on people because we live in a digital age. Because now we are living in a digital age where social media plays a huge role. It would be a good strategy for the government to encourage celebrities to promote health awareness. For example, like celebrities can appear in advertisements and give advice on healthy products or or planning a balanced lifestyle or planning a work life balance, right? So with the help of social media and government support, they can spread knowledge and encourage people to live healthier lives, to live much more to live much healthier. Exercise routine, follow the advice, will pay attention. People will pay attention and follow the advice. in the age of social media, in the age, in a digital age, in the age of social media, in the age of social media is much more easier to, much easier to see. In the age of social media, with government support, they can reach a wider audience and encourage people to take better care of their health. To take better care of their health is fine as well. Come on, where's where's the pen here? Give me the pen and this one. Stay healthy. Da, 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 da. 33. 30, 33. Bye bye. What outdoor activities do people usually like to play? Cái hoạt động ngoài chơi nào mà con người thích chơi à? I think people enjoy a variety of outdoor activities. Some like to watch movies together, while others prefer playing sports such as badminton, tennis, or football as a outdoor activity. Hmm. Meeting at outdoor cafes, coffee outdoor coffee shop, or cafes or restaurants is also common. People tend to gather to eat, chat, enjoy the fresh air, right? And I think walking in parks on or around the neighborhood is another popular activity, and it's both relaxing and this is a good way to socialize. Is there any difference between outdoor activities that children play now and in the past? Có bất kỳ sự khác biệt nào giữa một cái outdoor activity that children play now and in the past? I don't think children's outdoor activities have changed much over time. Yeah, because in the past they played games like marbles, tug of war, or shuttlecock kicking. Uh huh. And the kids today will enjoy the same things. Like they love exploring nature, picking flowers, catching insects. Yeah, because the no now that's the age of like we're living in digital age, but I would say the kids to the children still play many of the same outdoor games as before. Ủa, còn không biết trả lời sao luôn mà. Exploring nature, picking flowers, catching insects. Leisure time important for people. Why? Hmm. Yeah, it's very important. Leisure time is very important because it helps people balance their work and life, creating a work-life balance, right? So people need time to recharge the energy, recover, and relax after a stressful working and long studying hours, right? So yeah, for example, like I use my even in leisure time to relax, recharge, and relieve stress. So without leisure activities, I would probably experience burnout, stress, and pressure, like and which negatively affect my physical and mental health. So without it, I would feel overwhelmed and exhausted. Phụ nữ có nhiều leisure time hơn men không? No, I don't think so. Not really. I think both men and women have the same amount of leisure time. The difference is that in the type of activities they choose. Like women might choose light activities like badminton or yoga, right? Women might choose lighter activities like badminton or yoga, while men may prefer playing out of sports like football. Yeah. And men can spend their time playing video games or hanging out at the restaurants, while women may enjoy taking a walk with friends or walking their dogs while chatting. Women just like to have a good chat together. Men, on the other hand, may enjoy playing video games together. Like I think men prefer high energy activities, while women enjoy more relaxing activities, right? Like so, the way men and women spend it might be different, but the amount of leisure time, I would say it's equal. Yeah. 44. Ờ. Những cái luật nào học sinh nên follow tại trường? Uh, Student should treat their classmates kindly and respectfully. Just want to show the respect for the teachers. Ensure these rules help ensure a healthy and disciplined learning environment, and they will reduce issues like school bullying, or bad behavior. And with that, students can become more polite, responsible, and respectful individuals. Những cái luật ở trường thì tốt hay đẹp, tốt hay xấu tại sao? Yeah, I think school rules are generally good because they help students become more disciplined, respectful, and well mannered. Right? I would say that school is often considered a small version of society, so following rules helps students prepare for real life. And these rules help reduce distractions and allow students to focus on their study instead of being influenced by technology or peer pressure. Too much, too much. Like school rules, not ở trường ấy, school rules are mostly beneficial because they teach students discipline and respect. Students can learn how to behave properly and develop good habits, and that will help them in the future, right? Students must wear uniforms, avoid using phones in class, and follow grooming regulations. Những cái luật lệ nào mà children nên follow at home, nói rồi mà. With that, they can develop a sense of responsibility and teamwork within the family. They need to help household chores such as cleaning up, washing dishes, organizing the room. They also show the respect for the parents, follow house rules, and communicate openly when they have concerns. Help parents with daily tasks, build stronger relationships with their parents. Con người bị phạt như thế nào khi mà đậu đậu xe sai chỗ hả? Yeah, they might be criticized by others because parking in the wrong spot causes inconvenience for many people. Yeah, and they tend to receive heavy fines for the wrong actions. Right. Many people get frustrated with like inconsiderate drivers because like bad parking reflects a lack of social responsibility, right? So to avoid problems, I think everyone should follow parking regulations and respect public spaces. Hey, what is... Trời ơi, đang nói mà. Hồn. Quảng cáo cho trẻ em thì có nên bị cấm không? No. No, no, no. Not really. I think it should be limited to some extent, but not completely banned. There should be strict rules and boundaries to protect children from like extreme advertising. So we need to have clear regulations to make sure advertisers do not go beyond the limits, right? Yeah. To be honest, I don't know much about this topic, but that's what I can say. Đâu là sự khác biệt giữa trò chơi, những cái đồ chơi mà trẻ em chơi hồi xưa so với bây giờ ha. In the past, children play with simple toys like toy cars, dolls, but nowadays toys are more advanced and high tech. In the past, toy cars used to be small and manually controlled, but today kids can ride large electric toy cars that can actually drive. Modern toys are more interactive. Okay, this means modern toys are more interactive, engaging, and realistic compared to the past. Traditional toys. Bạn có nghĩ rằng parent nên mua toys cho trẻ em và dành nhiều thời gian nữa? Oh, hay là dành nhiều thời gian cho chúng? Spend more time with them. Yeah, I think parents should definitely spend more time with their children rather than just buying them toys, obviously, because um, like when you spend your quality time together, especially with the kids, with your kids, like you can create a deep emotional connection between you and your kids, right? So yeah, it also strengthens a parent-child relationship and help children, and it helps children feel more loved and valued. So that's why I think parents should try their best to spend as much time as possible with the kids. Spend as much time as possible with the kids. Bring joy to children. Nothing can replace quality time with the parents. Bring joy to children. Nothing can replace quality time with their parents. Children need attention, love, and guidance more than they need material things. Yeah, I would say that children need attention, love, and guidance more than they need material things. Mhm. So, by spending time together, parents can build trust and wonderful memories, right, with their children. That's it. Oh, 53. What? Oh my god. What? Những cái sự thay đổi xảy ra ở CD của bạn. Cái này. Ủa, kỳ vậy? Ở đâu nhỉ? 56. Những cái điều gì bạn muốn thay đổi? I want to change the air pollution in Ho Chi Minh City. It might sound too big of a wish, but because I have allergic rhinitis, so I really hate the polluted air in my city. So I wish I could replace the polluted air with fresh and clean air. Yeah, if possible. If it's possible. Yeah, I still hope that in the future the situation will improve gradually. Poor air, poor air quality. Những cái điều gì mà young people like to replace? I think young people nowadays they tend to replace their smartphones quite often. Many of them change their phones every 1 to 4 years. And for me, I prefer upgrading my phone every 4 years because the first one is that I don't have enough money to change it every year. And the next one is I just want to experience new technological advancements and improved features. I just want to experience I just want to experience the better performance, the better cameras. So that's why. Yeah. So I would say this is a common trend among young people today. Người già Việt Nam thì có thích collect và store things hay không? Yeah, I think elderly people. Oh, elderly people. Okay. Elderly people in Vietnam tend to keep sentimental items. Well, I think elderly in Viet I think elderly people in Vietnam tend to store sentimental items. Tend to keep tend to keep sentimental items. They value memories and often hold on to objects that remind them of the past. That remind them of the past. They're just like the memory keepers that carry deep emotional significance. What? So that's why they really they tend to store and protect their valuable things over the years. Sen, sentimental love. What do you think prefers new thing? Ai thì thích thích những thứ mới không? Definitely is children, right? I would say that children prefer new things more than elderly people because children are naturally curious and love exploring the world, and they are really easily attracted to new things because everything around them feels exciting and interesting to them. On the other hand, older people tend to enjoy a slower, more peaceful life and don't feel the need to seek out new things, constantly seek out new things, right? Kids these days, they are really curious and eager to learn. They want to find new experiences, toys, and a lot of things like that. 57. Does it take a long time to introduce a new law? Yeah, I don't know much about this, but I would say it can take several months to introduce and enforce a new law. And yeah, I'm not an expert on this, but I think people need time to understand and adjust to new laws. So the government must ensure smooth transition period before fully enforcing the, before fully like enforcing them. Right? All three aspects should be balanced. The government should adopt a carrot and stick approach. Cách nào tốt nhất để có thể khiến mọi người tuân theo luật? Strict punishment, education hay là rewards? I think all three aspects should be balanced. Like the government should adopt a carrot and stick approach, which means encouraging people to follow the law through education and rewards, while also implementing strict penalties for those who break it. Mhm. And there should be clear, transparent, and reasonable rules that include both incentives for and these laws they should be clear, transparent, and reasonable, right? Not not sure what I'm talking about. Children can learn about the law through real life experiences and from their parents and teachers. Do you think children can learn about the law outside of school? I think I think parents and teachers can guide them on how to follow traffic rules and how to behave properly in public spaces, right? How to behave properly in public spaces, how to follow traffic rules. I think pick up legal knowledge, setting a good examples and explaining legal concept in simple way so adults can help children develop a strong sense of responsibility and respect for the law from an early age. From an early age. That's okay. Um, what do you think needs to be improved in public transport? You know, they can public transport. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that need to be improved in public transport in Vietnam because I'm a Vietnamese citizen. So I would take Vietnam as an example to make my point clear. First, they need to extend and maintain the roads better, and they also need to create, um, design it, create lanes for public transportation, and buses and other public vehicles can move more efficiently. Next one, they should improve traffic signs and signals to make them clearer and easier for people to read. And besides that, the service quality and the condition of public vehicles like buses and trains need a lot of improvement. Need a lot of improvement. Improvement. Ai thích travel hơn, người già hay người trẻ? I think younger people like to travel more because they are healthier, they're stronger, and have more free time, have more energy. They don't have to take care of the family or deal with too many responsibilities yet. So that's why I think they have more time to travel and explore new things. Hmm. Because they're still young and they don't have enough knowledge and or experience. They want to travel as much as possible to learn and gain new experiences. So that's why they enjoy traveling more. Are there fewer people using private cars because of improved public transport? Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why fewer people use private cars because I think public transport has improved. Yeah. So if public transport in Vietnam, for example, were really good, I would I would use it more because I wouldn't need to drive. I wouldn't need to drive. I could just be a passenger and enjoy the drive, right? Because I'm not a good driver, so I don't like to drive at all. Honestly, I don't like driving all the time because it's really tiring and exhausting. So I would love to use public transport every day if it were good enough. But right now, there are still many things that need to be improved for public transport to be a better option for people. Advantages và disadvantages của những cái private transport. Okay. Private transport, I think the biggest advantage is convenience. You can go anywhere, anytime without having to wait, right? And yeah, the name said all, right? The private transport is really private, period. You can travel alone and take a few people with you and enjoy the trip however you want. However you want. Theo mọi cách thức à? But there are also some drawbacks. You need to have insurance for your vehicle, insurance, bảo hiểm, because it's your property, right? You need to have insurance for your vehicle because it's your property. You have to maintain it regularly. Bảo trì nó thường xuyên định kỳ, đúng không? You have to maintain it regularly, which can cost a lot of money. And another thing is that you need to have a driver's license so that you can drive. And compared to being a passenger, driving can be really tiring. Yep. So those are the disadvantages I can think of right now. Yeah, that's it. That's it. 10 and 12. Ờ, ờ. Những cái luật nào mà trẻ em nên tuân tuân theo người lớn ở tại đất nước của mình ha? I think children in Vietnam need to obey adults, especially their parents and teachers. They should follow what adults say for their own safety and well-being. For example, at home, they need to listen to their grandparents or parents and behave well. And in Asian culture, children are usually very obedient to adults, behave properly. Besides that, I think children should have respectful, a respectful way of speaking. Cái cách nói tôn trọng. I mean it's honorific, honorific. I have a respectful way of speaking when talking to adults to show the respect and good manners. When talking to adults to show the respect and good manners. Synonym for synonym for synonym for adults. Adults. Uh, mature person. What? Adults. Okay, the older ones, the ones older than us, than them. Sorry. Oh my gosh, we're talking to adults to show the respect and to behave well, to show that they have a good manners. Trường à không, những cái luật lệ nào mà con người nên tuân theo ở public transportation. So when cộng với bình luận when using public transportation, people need to keep quiet to show the respect for the public space. If they want to make a phone call or talk to someone, they should lower their voice. Trường có luật không? Có chứ. Trường thì nên có luật không? Yeah, I think school should have a lot of rules that students need to follow. Right. Ồ, cái câu này kiểu thử nói một tí thôi nào. Trường thì có luật không? Trường thì nên có luật không? I think school should have rules, because there are a lot of students in specific school. So if they do not have don't have any rules or stuff like that, was really hard for them to control, monitor, and manage their students. Yeah, and like controlling the younger ones never is never a easy job, I would say. Yeah, so they definitely need to have rules like force the students to wear proper uniform when they go to school, and they need to follow the dress code, and students are not allowed to dye their hair or like wear clothes that are too short or too tight, right? Yeah, I think rules is the ones to help students to feel safe and comfortable when they are living in school and when they are studying school, because I would say that school is like a small society. which is really packed, and the people, which is the students, and they are studying that, they live together in that, and they need to follow the rules, right? Rồi bây giờ chuyển qua yeah. It's important because there are a lot of students in a specific school. If they don't have rules or things like that, it would be really hard for them to control, monitor, and manage the students. Controlling the younger ones has Controlling the younger ones has never been an easy job. They definitely need to have rules like requiring students to wear proper uniforms when they go to school. They also need to follow the dress code. And besides that, students are not allowed to dye their hair or wear clothes that are too short or too tight. And I think rules are the things that help students feel safe and comfortable when they are living and studying at school. A school is like a small society, and the students are part of it. Yeah. Since they live and study together, they need to follow the rules. Okay. Okay. Number four. Number four. What kinds of things do people often forget to do at home? Những cái gì mà con người hay quên làm tại nhà ha? People often forget to turn off the lights when they leave their rooms, which is very common. Also tend to forget to lock the door when leaving home and forget where they put their keys. Why? I'm not sure why people forget things, but maybe because people nowadays have a lot of things to remember and manage in the day. So that's why they tend to forget things that are not very important, right? Làm sao để con người có thể tự nhắc nhở bản thân để làm những cái việc nhất định nào đó? Certain things, right? I think people usually take notes on their smartphones or laptops. Take notes on. Some also write reminders on paper and stick them on places like fridge, just desks or calendars. Set reminders on their phone. Take notes into Take notes on their smartphone. Set reminders on their phone. Okay. Visible spots. Đặt chúng ở những cái địa điểm dễ thấy. Place them in visible spots. Is technology replacing traditional ways of remember things? Công nghệ đã thay đổi cách con người nhớ, đúng không? Tất nhiên. Absolutely. I I think so because technology is much more convenient than traditional methods like writing things down on paper. Because nowadays smartphones and laptops allow us to set reminders, take notes, and set alarms on their smartphones to remember things. Yeah, way more convenient, much more efficient, way more convenient, much more efficient. Okay, that's it. Just love it. Would you rather be a car or a bus in a traffic jam? Traffic jam. Hmm. I would rather be on a bus than in a car during a traffic jam because I find it more enjoyable. Because in Vietnam, I face, especially in Ho Chi Minh City, I face a traffic jam every single day when I go to work. So when I'm on a bus, I can relax, look outside, enjoy the views, and listen to music with my earbuds. So it's a comfortable and enjoyable experience. And besides that, I get car sick easily, so I don't like being in a car for too long. So that's why I prefer being on a bus rather than in a car during traffic jams. Traffic jam, traffic congestion, really hard to pronounce, you know? Be on a bus. Be on a bus. Bạn có thích sử dụng public transport không? Yeah, absolutely. I like to use public transport because it's very, really convenient. When I use public transport, I'm just a passenger, so I can relax, listen to music, enjoy a comfortable seat with other people around. Yeah, well, that's one of the reason I preferred it. That's one of the reasons I preferred it. Besides that, using public transport like buses or trains is very safe. There is also more space, which helps prevent car sickness. Car sickness. Oh, and I enjoy the view outside through the window, which makes it a really nice experience. Có những cái cách nào để có thể manage traffic? So I think there are several good ways to manage traffic. First one, the traffic signs and signals must be clear and precise to help commuters navigate properly. Second one, we need to improve infrastructure, especially roads and highways, to make commuting easier. And finally, we should build more public transport options like subways, metro systems, and high speed trains to reduce congestion, to reduce congestion. These solutions can help manage traffic effectively. Bạn có nghĩ là cái highways sẽ giúp reduce cái traffic jams hay không? Sure, absolutely, because highways can help reduce traffic jams because more people will use them for commuting. Uh, yeah, with highways, we can reduce the number of vehicles on smaller streets and other transportation routes. Hmm. That's why I think highways are an effective way to decrease traffic congestion. Congestion, really hard to pronounce word. Okay, it's really hard. Okay, huh? What? Describe a time when you were busy. Câu hỏi số 1, tại sao mọi người lại thường cảm thấy mệt mỏi ở thời hiện tại hả? Yeah, maybe because people are overwhelmed by their work or studies. It's really easy to get stressful these days, to get stressed these days, so it could lead to burnout. And there's too much information to absorb every day because now we're living in a fast-paced world. This makes people feel easily exhausted and burnt out. Nowadays, we live fast, eat fast, always feels like always feel like we don't have enough time to do everything. So that's why people often feel tired. Time management có quan trọng không? Yes, very important skill nowadays. Because if you don't manage your time well, you might waste it on unproductive activities like playing games or just lying in bed without doing anything useful. So good time management helps people stay stay productive, focus on their careers, and gain more knowledge. So that's why I believe it's essential today. Technology có giúp time management không? Yeah, I do think technology helps a lot with time management. Nowadays, people check their smartphones all the time, so technology can help us create schedules and reminders, take notes into the smartphones immediately. Really handy and convenient. We can use apps we can use apps to set up timetables, track the tasks, set alarms to remind us of important deadlines. No, set alarm to remind us of important deadlines. Okay, it makes it easier to manage time effectively. Okay. 17. Topic 17. Có thể liệt kê một vài cái invention mà có một cái big impact on human society. Absolutely, the internet, right? The second one would be smartphones. I would say that smartphones have had a huge impact on human society. Really obvious. Nowadays, people are addicted to their smartphones and heavily depend on them. I would say that we can live without our phones for a long time. I check my phone all the time throughout the day. For me, yeah, I check my phone all the time throughout the day. I use it for everything: entertainment purposes, work or studying, communication. So I would say that smartphones are definitely one of the inventions that have made a huge impact on human society. Smartphones have made everything accessible at our fingertips. I would say that people are so dependent on the smartphone, be and we like people can't live without them. Yep. And I would say that smartphones shaped modern society the most. Cái điều gì mà khiến một cái invention trở nên useful ha? Um, an invention is considered useful. Wow. Một cái invention mà được xem như là useful. Considered sẽ cộng với tính từ luôn. Is considered useful. Nếu mà consider sẽ cộng với pp luôn. An invention is considered useful if it helps people in many ways. It should make life easier, save time, and boost productivity. Ooh. And for example, smartphones, for me, are a great invention because they allow us to communicate, work, and entertain ourselves efficiently. They've changed our lives significantly, make them one of the most useful inventions ever. Huh. All in one device. They allow us to work, communicate, and entertain ourselves all in one device. What new invention would you like to be available in the future? Cái invention mà bạn thấy là sẽ flying vehicle can take me anywhere instantly. I wish I could have that in the future, because if we had such a vehicle, it would be much easier to travel. It could help people save time and improve transportation efficiency. Hiệu quả vận chuyển hả? Improve transportation efficiency. I think such an invention would completely change human logistics and make our lives much better. We didn't have to deal with traffic jams or long travel times, and transportation would be much more efficient. Oh my god. Một vài ví dụ của một cái invention mà đang được sử dụng ở trong nhà. I would say that the cleaning robot. That's the cleaning robot. It's really useful in my home because it's diligent and hardworking. I can work 24/7 without getting tired. It keeps the house clean all the time. All the time. It makes the really interesting sound when it works. And also, it makes a really interesting sound when it works, which I find quite fun to hear. And overall, I think the cleaning robot is a great invention that helps keep our homes neat and tidy if for perfectly. And I just can turn it on and let it all the work. I just can turn it on and let it do all the work, do the household chores, household chore hay là household chores, việc nhà đó, household chores, câu việc nhà này, chores, household chores, household chores, chore âm chờ, household chores, household chores. Tại sao những cái sản phẩm truyền thống thì lại important? Forget about it. Forget. Okay, traditional. Describe a time when your vehicle broke down your trip. Like, I can drive a car, but I don't drive very often. Maybe once or twice a month. One day, I had a trip to a village about 200 kilometers away from my place. Unfortunately, my car broke down in the middle of the journey. I was traveling with a friend, but since he didn't have a driver's license in Vietnam, so I was the one driving. However, but I don't know much about cars, so when it stopped working, I had no idea what to do. I felt really confused and had to call a towing service to take the car to a repair shop. Towing, towing service. Okay, towing service. Repair shop. Describe a long walk you had. Because the car broke down, I had no choice but to walk a long distance. I remember walking about 20, 20 kilometers in the afternoon to reach our destination. To reach our destination. It was a really tiring journey, and it took me around 4 hours to get there. But because I was with my friend, we talked a lot and had a fun time together, which made the walk feel less exhausting. We can enjoy the surroundings, like no, we explored on food at that time. Okay, a time you missed an important appointment for something. Yeah, I actually had an important meeting with a client in the village that day. Because of the car trouble and the long walk, I arrived too late and the appointment was cancelled. I felt disappointed, but there was nothing I could do. Like, I had no idea what to do, but like this was unexpected delay, you know. I apologized for being late. The car trouble. We called for assistance during that period. Okay. A time when I was stuck in a traffic jam for a very long time. Before my car broke down, I was already stuck in heavy traffic on the highway. On the highway, there was probably an accident, and the road was completely jammed for about an hour. That day was truly unlucky for me, to be honest. First is the traffic, then the car trouble, and missing my appointment. But in the end, I still had a great time with my friend, and a long walk became a memorable experience. We could enjoy the surroundings at that time, enjoy the scenic route, and enjoy the surroundings, and we could explore on foot. Hey, that this was the rush hour. I think there was an accident on the road. I guess. Okay, that's it. That's it. Everything was delayed. Football, top combo football. A sport I watched and would like to try. So yeah, I love football, and almost every time I watch TV, it's because I want to watch a football match. Even though I'm a girl, but I have a strong passion for football, which is quite rare among females, I would say. But yeah, I really wanted to try playing, so I signed up for a football training course near my home. Uh, yeah, luckily, yeah, it was lucky for me. There was a women's football team there, and they allowed me to join. To join. Describe a course that impressed you a lot. Yeah, so that football course I joined was very impressive. In just 3 months I was able to play as a central midfielder. Is it the correct word? Central central midfielder. Yeah, central midfielder. I was able to play as a central midfielder alongside other female players. Even though my skill level was much lower than my teammates, but I would say that I improved a lot in a short time. The training was very intense. I had to practice every single day. I had to practice a lot. Yeah, practice a lot. But despite the difficulties, I felt very motivated and enjoyed the experience. A time when I was very busy. Hmm. Okay, so during the yeah, that was the 3 month football training. I was extremely busy. The practice sessions, the training was. I would say that the training was physically demanding, and I had to balance training with my studies because I will have a work life balance as well. Every day I had limited free time because I was either studying or practicing football. But yeah, despite the tight schedule, I enjoyed every moment because I could see my progress. Could see my progress. 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 I love progress. Yeah, progress. 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 Okay. Describe something you do to keep fit and healthy. Hmm. Playing football has helped me stay fit and healthy. I would say that my stamina, endurance, and overall fitness. My stamina. Okay. Yeah. My stamina. Okay. My stamina, my endurance, and overall fitness have improved a lot since I started training. Like the activities like running, passing, playing the games have made me stronger and more active. And I also noticed that my body shape is improving and I feel more energetic in my daily life. I feel much more energetic in my daily life. Uh, something, describe something I do can have me concentrate on work or study. Okay. And since I start playing football, I have become more active and focused. I think regular exercise helps me stay sharp and concentrate better on my studies. After training, I feel refreshed and motivated, making it easier to focus on my schoolwork. Describe as a positive change that you have made recently in your daily routine. A positive change that I've made recently in my daily routine. The best change I've recently was, huh? The best change I've made recently was adding football to my daily routine. Before I was less active, but now I train regularly, which keeps me fit and mentally strong. I feel more disciplined and confident. I'm so happy that I made this decision. Nothing changed. This is about football. Topic football đúng không? Bây giờ mình đến topic rule. Ờ, a rule. Describe a rule that is important in in my in my workplace at my workplace. Okay. So at the kindergarten where I work, one of the most important rules is being on time because we are taking care of young children. So punctuality is crucial. Teachers need to arrive early to prepare lessons, um, set up activities, ensure, ensure, ensure. Okay, ensure everything is ready before the kids arrive. Ensure. Okay, ensure everything. Ensure. Ensure everything is ready before the kids arrive. If a teacher is late, it can cause a lot of inconvenience, not just for the staff, but also for the children who rely on a structured routine to feel comfortable and safe. And parents also expect a high level of professionalism. Okay, parents also expect parents also expect a high level of professionalism. So I would say that being on time is a fundamental rule that we need to follow strictly. A rule I dislike and would like to change in the future. Yeah, although punctuality is really important, I wouldn't deny that, but I also disagree with the strict attendance policy at my workplace. Yeah, I would say that I hate that policy because whenever a teacher is feeling unwell, they are still expected to show up unless they are extremely sick. Yep. And I believe that this rule should be changed so so that the teachers can take better care of their health when we are sick, so we cannot provide the best care for the children, and there is also a risk of of spreading illness to them. So in the future, I hope there will be a more flexible sick leave policy, allowing teachers to rest without feeling guilty. A new law that I want to implement in my country. So, if I could introduce a new law in my country, it would be a law promoting better work life balance for teachers. Teaching, especially at the kindergarten level, is a very physically and mentally demanding job. It requires a lot of patience, energy, and emotional investment. And but many teachers work long hours, and it could lead to burnout, right? I would like to see a law that ensure, well, ensure, okay, that ensure reasonable working hours, that ensure reasonable working hours, better wages, and more paid leave for teachers. Okay, so by implementing such a law, we can create a healthier and happier work environment, and ultimately, which will finally benefit both teachers and children and just children and students as well. Okay, that's it. Next one. Describe a science subject that I'm interested in. So I would say that subject is artificial intelligence and machine learning. I'm very interested in artificial intelligence, which means AI and machine learning. AI is when computers can think and make decisions like humans. Machine learning is when computers learn from data and improve over time. Okay, and you can see this technology is used in voice assistants, self-driving cars, even in social media apps. So I really like AI because it makes life easier and helps solve big problems, right? In the future, I think AI might do even more amazing things. An invention that changed people's lives. One invention that changed people's lives is the smartphone, obviously, especially the iPhone. Yeah. Before the smartphones era, people could only make calls and send messages through traditional phone, right? But with the iPhone, we can take photos, browse the internet, watch videos, play games, and do work, just all in one device. It also helps people stay connected no matter where they are. And I would say that smartphone have changed the way we communicate, learn, and entertain ourselves. Invention that is useful in your daily life. So in my daily life, the most useful invention in my daily life is my iPhone, my smartphone. My iPhone I use for everything: texting, calling, taking pictures, listening to music. Yeah, which is the smartphone, right? The latest and like uh, fabulous smartphone. With that, with my iPhone, I can use it for everything: testing, calling, taking photos, listening to music, checking the news, setting alarms. So it also helps me learn new things and stay organized. So without my iPhone, my life would be less convenient. It's more like a mini computer that fits in my pocket. A toy that I like in my childhood. So when I was a kid, um, I remember when I was 14. So my most favorite toy was my first iPhone, which is my first smartphone as well. It wasn't really a toy, a real toy, like kind of a toy, but you know, myself, I personally, I consider it to be my toy, my favorite toy. I loved playing games on it, watching cartoons, taking silly photos. It was fun and exciting because I had so many things to explore. Yeah, I can use like I could use everything with this all-in-one device, right? So comfortable. It was more like mini computers that fit in my pocket. So handy. Yeah. And I used to spend hours playing on it, and it I would say that it made my childhood more enjoyable. Even now, I still love using my iPhone every day. When it comes to something I've owned that I want to replace, that would be my smartphone, my iPhone. Um, yeah, I had an iPhone. It's it was it is okay. I had an iPhone, and I usually replace my smartphone every 4 years. And so after a few years, unfortunately, after a few years, like the battery gets weaker and the performance slowed down. The performance is much slower. So yeah, I would like a new iPhone that have better cameras and faster performance. But I don't change my phone every year because my because iPhones generally are expensive. But after every 4 years, I feel like it's time for an upgrade, and I like having a phone that works fast and lasts long. Forget about the last sentence. Want to replace. You know, I was a bit disappointed whenever I need to change my smartphone. This is because um, maybe because of the money, I I had to maybe because of the money I had to pay for a new iPhone, but that feeling didn't last long because yeah, after that I felt immediately like I felt immediately happy to but okay, that's it. That's it. So now let's move on to the part three here. Part three. What are the required qualities of the role model? No, it's not this one. Oh, this one. Oh. Topic 96. 96. What quality should an inventor have? Một cái người inventor thì cần có những cái quality gì hả? So there are two essential qualities that every inventor should have. I believe inventors must have two key qualities: a strong sense of curiosity and the ability to never give up. So curiosity helps them explore new ideas and improve existing invention, to explore the world, question everything, search for new possibilities. Yeah, perseverance. Huh? What's the start? Perseverance. What? Perseverance. Kimchi. Perseverance. Perseverance. Wow. Perseverance. Okay, so secondly, perseverance is crucial because inventions usually require many trials and failures before they become successful, right? So I think without curious and persistent inventors, we wouldn't have the amazing technology we enjoy today. For example, like Steve Jobs, I would say that he's an inventor, a very brilliant inventor, and he introduced the first iPhone, which has evolved through many generations and is now one of the most successful and innovative products in the world. So I would say that the great inventions don't happen overnight. They require patience, creativity, and persistence, perseverance. What? Perseverance. Perseverance. Do you think only scientists can invent new things? No, I don't think so. Many inventors are not scientists, and they come from different backgrounds such as engineering, business, agriculture. So, for example, in Vietnam, a lot of farmers have invented new types of rice or agriculture machines that improved productivity significantly, even without a formal scientific education. So, yeah, so I would say that innovation is not just about decrease. It's about creativity and problem solving. What inventions do you think should be improved? Những cái inventions mà nào mình nghĩ là nên được cải thiện nữa. I think headphones need a lot of improvements. Because the over-ear headphones can be heavy and uncomfortable for long use, while earbuds are easy to lose and sometimes have poor sound quality. So I hope that in the future we will have super lightweight, um, extreme, comfortable headphones with perfect sound quality at an affordable price. Yep. Are there any inventions that make the world better? I would say that smartphones have completely changed the world. In the past, phones were only for calling and texting, but nowadays they are powerful devices for learning, working, and entertainment. So most everyone considers their smartphone as an consider their smartphone an essential part of the life. Okay, almost everyone consider, including me, considers their smartphone an instant essential part of the life. Đằng sau consider không có s nha. Consider cộng subject cộng thẳng luôn với now luôn. Consider their smartphone an essential part of life. It's hard to imagine life without a smartphone today, right? Tất cả các inventions thì đều đem lại những cái lợi ích cho thế giới này đúng không? Not really. I would say that not all inventions are beneficial. For example, the nuclear bombs are extremely destructive and have caused devastating the fatal consequences in history, especially in Japan. I believe that some inventions should have never been created as they do more harm than good. Like, uh, some inventions have opened the Pandora's box, which brings more harm than progress. Progress. Yeah. So it's really important for some inventors to think about the ethical impact of their creations. Who should support and fund inventors, government or private companies? I think both of them, like both governments and private companies, should support inventors because the governments have the resources and power to fund innovations that benefit society, while private companies can invest in technology and make it more commercially successful. So they can help inventors turn great ideas into reality. Right? Right. That's great. Both governments and okay, okay, okay. That's it. That's it. This one, okay. Topic 121, 121, 100, 121. How often do you make appointments? I usually make appointments with my friends, clients, or business partners about once a week. Yeah, I would say that a really low frequency, but because I don't have many close friends, and actually my work doesn't require frequent meetings, so I would say that one appointment per week is enough for me. Yeah, I don't make appointments too often, maybe once a week. Yeah, yeah, my job doesn't require constant meetings, and I don't have a lot of close friends. I would say that I only set up appointments when necessary. Is it important to be punctual in your country? Yeah, I think punctuality is really important. I think punctuality is important everywhere. Yeah, but in Vietnam, being on time is not always a priority for everyone. Like many people still have a habit of being late. Have a habit of Many people still have a habit of being late, but yeah, I think this needs to change because we need to respect other people's time and we need to be punctual. Yeah, especially when we have agreed on a specific schedule, right? Yeah, so personally, I think being on time shows respect for others and is a habit that should be encouraged. Có dễ dàng để make appointment in Vietnam không? Okay, good, good. Yeah, I think it's really easy because Vietnam is a populated country. Everything is quite packed together, so meeting someone is usually convenient. Mhm. For example, if I want to meet friends at the restaurant, I can easily book a table in advance. Or if I need to meet a doctor or a dentist, I usually don't have to wait too long. If I need doctor's appointment, I normally don't have to wait too long. Yeah. So yeah, making an appointment in Vietnam is not difficult at all, I would say. It's super easy to make an appointment in Vietnam. Yeah. Because everything is close by. Yeah. So and Vietnam has a fast-paced lifestyle. The lifestyle in Vietnam is really fast-paced, I would say. So it makes things more convenient. Okay.